So in this episode, we're discussing updates for the Friday the 13th franchise lawsuit. Let's get started. Yes, that's right. We have updates for the Friday the 13th franchise lawsuit. And if you're new to this and you don't know what the hell's going on with this franchise, you're just sitting there going, the hell are you talking about lawsuit? What lawsuit? Well, essentially, Horror Inc. had the rights for the Friday the 13th franchise, and after X amount of years, by law, those rights are supposed to be relinquished back to the creator of Friday the 13th, which would be Victor Miller. Of course, there was a lawsuit because Horror Inc. didn't want to give it up, and then that went nowhere. Appeals were filed, and we're still going on. As I said in the beginning, this would go on for years, and it has done just that. However, we are taking another step in this long spiral staircase of a lawsuit by allowing oral arguments on February 13th. You know what an oral argument is? It's basically where each side's attorney, or in this case, each party representing themselves, gets to make a 12-minute oral argument as to why they get the rights to the Friday the 13th franchise. Yeah, that's it. Only 12 minutes on each side, which isn't a whole lot of time to argue why you should get rights to a huge, massive horror franchise. But for Victor Miller, what he should be doing for these 12 minutes, for the whole 12 minutes, simplistically argue the law that states after X amount of time, those rights get relinquished back to the original writer, in this case, Victor Miller. That's the main argument. That's the best argument. That's what he needs to stick with. That's what he needs to go for the solid 12 minutes. And I know a lot of people on the internet are saying, well, this could mean it's over. This could mean it ends on the 13th. No. You guys said this in the beginning when this lawsuit first happened, that this was going to be a short case. No, I've been telling you all since the beginning this was going to go on for years, if not longer, because neither side is going to give up. Victor Miller, rightfully so, because it's his. By law, it should be reverted to him. I don't know why we're still going through this when the law clearly states after X amount of time, those rights get relinquished back to the writer. However, Horror Inc., respectively so, as a company, does not want to give up the rights to a huge, massive money-making franchise like Friday the 13th. And why would they? What company would want to do that? So let's just say in some alternate universe, call it dimension douchebaggery. I don't care what you call it. Let's say in an alternate universe, the judge on that day, which does not happen, says, I'm in favor of Victor Miller, I agree with him. He gets the rights. No, it doesn't mean it's going to end there. That's not at all what that means. Because Horror Inc. is going to do what they've been doing for years now. They'll just appeal it. And then we'll be right back into limbo with the Friday the 13th franchise going nowhere all over again, because neither side is going to give this up. Okay, it's not going to happen. This is going to go on for a very long time. I'm telling you, what's going to happen is one of these people have to freaking die before the other side gets the rights. When somebody at Horror Inc. dies, the head guy of Horror Inc. dies, then Victor Miller gets the rights. I'm telling you how this is going to go down. If Victor Miller dies, unfortunately, when that happens, someday everybody dies, then Horror Inc. will get the rights. That's just how it's going to go. I think that's how it's going to come down. It's going to come down to who dies first, the other side gets the rights. That's what's going to happen. So don't expect this to end on the 13th of February. And don't expect it to probably even end anytime this year. This is going to go on forever. It's going to get dragged out as it was expected to do so, as I stated multiple times. And this was going to get dragged out for a very long time. And it still is. This is not the end be all to anything. This is just another step, again, in that spiral staircase of a lawsuit. We're just moving up to oral arguments, and then we'll sit here. We'll sit here for a while for a decision to be made for months. Then we'll take another step. Then we'll keep on going. Then there'll be an appeal by one of the sides because one side will have this, and this will go around and around and around and around. Now, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully maybe one of them caves. Because that's what it would take. It would take one of them to cave for this to end. Horror Inc. would have to say, fine, we're done. We're done wasting money. Or Victor Miller says, you know what, screw this, you take it. Which I don't think Victor Miller should. I think he should fight to the day he dies to get these rights back, as they are his. And if he gets them back to the day he dies, he can pass them on to his kids or family members or anything else in his will, so on, whatever. But he needs to get the rights back to his story. I think that's what needs to happen. That's my opinion. But your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Do you think this is going to end? Which it's not. And do you think Horror Inc. deserves the rights or Victor Miller deserves the rights? Yeah, remember the law states it goes to Victor Miller. But with all that said, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification box. If you don't, you know, if kick-ass shit such as this, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up because 300 likes on this video will get you another Friday the 13th lawsuit on this channel. And don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway. Yeah, I made a whole bunch of these. Yeah, you know what these are if you're a huge fan of Friday the 13th, the game. Oh, if you don't, then take a look at a couple of these hints. So if you still don't know what this is after those hints, you're pretty much SOL. Now I made about 10 of these for a skit that never aired on this channel, and they just been sitting around, so I figured, what the hell, I'll give one of them away. Now if you want to win this obvious 1-to-1 scale replica of this summer camp VHS, click the link down in the description below. Now I am thinking about putting a VHS in here that may contain some of the unused skits that I never aired on this channel, some bloopers, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you want to see that, let me know down in the comment section below, and maybe I'll add it to this. Now with all that said, if you haven't, be sure to join up at theslasherclub.com because I air all the news on there 1 week early. Now, if you want to help support this channel and help videos keep being made for years to come, be sure to become a paying member. The link is down in the description below because YouTube put a new rule out saying, well, you show horror games, you can't be monetized, which means no monetization, no money, and these videos cost money to make, right? So you have to at least make the money back that you're putting in to come out even. So if you want to help, again, be sure to become a paying member today. And as always, I'll see you next time.